Hello again, basketball fans. Scott Warras here inside the Media Center, where for the second time this year, for the second time in his career, Grayson Goetz is the NACC's Men's Basketball Player of the Week. Grayson, congratulations.
Thank you.
It's been you and Ryan Breckel monopolizing this award. Warriors have won it 4 straight weeks. That ties the conference record, oh, by the way. But we're here to talk about you, Grayson, because what you did against CUW in Mequon, 85-67, most importantly, you guys get the win. You go for 23 points, 7 assists, and 7 rebounds. Take me through that game. I mean, that place has a lot of memories for a lot of people. For many, many years, wearing the green and white. Take me through that night and what went so right to win by 18.
Yeah, it was a good result for us. A lot of it goes into the preparation we had in the game. Going up to it, they were 0-3, and it's easy for us as a team who's getting a lot of recognition to take that game lightly. But we looked at it as a situation where they could have, kind of knocked us off our high horse. And maybe we over-evaluated them a little bit in our preparation, but we do that just to make sure that we don't take any of these teams lightly. Yeah. So every day in practice, we were working hard, competing. Working on the things that we thought were going to give us an advantage over them. And then once we stepped onto the court, we came out with a lot of fire. It was a good start for the team. We forced another early timeout. That's kind of been one thing that we've been doing this year.
You've thrown that first punch.
Yeah, I've been strong.
Yeah.
And, we kind of held that throughout the first half. And then second half, we went into halftime, and we're like, we've been here before, and we've kind of let some of these leads dwindle, kind of let some teams hang around in these second halves. Like, we to come out and throw another strong punch, and that's exactly what we did. I think we started the second half with an 11-0 run, and that was just kind of like the game right then and there, and it was fun. I remember them burning that timeout and just hearing nothing except our people talking, and I remember talking to the team like, guys, just soak that in. Like, what we just did isn't easy to do, and, that was a fun atmosphere, just playing against UW, being in that gym. We've had some good memories there. Always good to beat a rival.
There is nothing like going into another arena or stadium or whatever sport y'all might play and just silencing the crowd. Yeah. And forcing them, like you said, to take a timeout, and it's just dead silence. That's a sweet part of the game that people don't realize.
Yeah, we've kind of put the villain target on our back this year, and we love playing it. So we go into any game on the road, and it's like, yeah, we're the villain. Like, let's go show them who we are. Have fun with it.
You do make a good point, because regardless of where you're ranked, and that comes with a bullseye on your chest certainly, but just based on being the defending conference champions, every single night, every single game, every opponent is getting up for you guys, and they're trying to get fans in their respective buildings to get loud and make it a tough atmosphere. Do you sense that? I mean, have you picked up on we're getting the opposition's best shot every night because they're getting up for us?
Yeah, absolutely. That's kind of the expectation. We don't know exactly what other teams' goals are with their seasons, but at the end of the day, you look at their schedules, and we're like that game that could be the highlight of their season. So we take every game with a lot of pride, a lot of seriousness. We don't want to be another team's Super Bowl or anything like that.
We alluded already to CUW and going up there, and if you go back over the years, the Concordia Falcons, Wisconsin Lutheran Warriors rivalry has been just that. I think probably in football, it's probably still at the top of the rivalry list. But in the last couple of years, 2-3 years especially, it seems like it's been the St. Norbert Wisconsin Lutheran matchup in men's basketball that has kind of taken the mantle as the rivalry. Would you agree with that? And can you kind of talk through how you've seen that evolve just in your career?
Yeah, 100%. As two of the teams that have been premier of the conference, obviously that game means a lot in terms of the standings and how it's going to shake out in the end. So when we look at St. Norbert, that's the team that we want to beat every year to make sure that we can write our own destiny when we're at the end of the season trying to lift a trophy. Yeah. CUW, obviously, when we first came here, they kind of set that foundation of what a rivalry looks like for us. It was COVID time.
Yeah.
We played them twice at their place, and the crowd was unbelievable. That's kind of like our...
It's always been wild crowds up there.
Yeah.
The students get into it, and that's an understatement.
Sure. It's kind of like our introduction to, like, this is what it's really like in the big moments, and that was our first one. And as we've gone along, it's kind of gone more towards that St. Norbert. Like, those are the biggest games every year. We played them in conference championships. We played them in the tournament for the last 3 years now, and those have been the crowds and the environments that have been the best. And, you know, you always want to win in those ones, and you think about those ones the most at the end of the season, reflecting on them, and that's kind of jumped them up into being our rival.
Yeah. You know, it's been about a month or so since we talked because you won it early in November, the first week award. What was yours? And since then, you guys have been great. You're still undefeated. You're 6-0 as we sit here and tape this. You're up to 9th in the country. Most importantly, 2-0 in the conference. So you get the win at Concordia, Wisconsin. But I want to go back even before that, because the win at Benedictine, a place where the program had not won since 08-09. I mean, how old were you in 08-09?
That was what, 16 years ago? I was like 6, 7.
Yeah, exactly. Just to put it in perspective. So I'm just curious, getting that win in Lisle, was that one of those boxes that were checked or boxes that wanted to be checked when you guys set out the season goals? Maybe something that fans didn't think about or even realize, but you guys knew there was something to do there.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, you say that, but there's even more to it. Like, that's the one place that, you know, our group has not won at on the road. So when we looked at that game, we had a different edge to us as one that we really wanted to win. We wanted to get into their building and win it, especially with it being the first game on the conference schedule. That made it a high priority for us to go in there and win. And we had a different intensity to us there than we have in the past. For whatever reason, it always feels like a tough place to play. It's just like it kind of sucks the energy out of you, to be honest. And, you know, we battled through that. We were down at half, and they were fired up, and we knew how big of a game it was for them, and that kind of helped us fuel into the second half and keep trusting our process, keep trusting each other, and know that if we're playing together and we're playing hard, that things are typically going to go in our favor.
Do you? I think we all get the big goals here. Win another conference championship, another tournament championship, and make a run into the NCAA tournament. Do you have, and you don't have to disclose them all if you don't want to, but like the win at Benedictine, like, do you and the guys and the team have smaller in-season goals, maybe just a mental checklist that you guys have kind of laid out that maybe isn't public?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, there's certain games on the schedule that we feel carry more weight towards the type of team we are. There's obviously games that people expect us to win, but then there's games that people think that we can lose. And those are the type of games that we have to get extra ready for and make those statements and to show, like, yeah, we are the number 9 team in the country. We are the team to beat in the conference, and, you know, we're a team to beat on the national level.
6-0. With a win on Wednesday night against CUC, you'll set the program record for the best start ever. What questions have been answered, do you think, in starting the season 6-0? What questions do you think you guys have either answered for yourselves or maybe for others in getting off to the good start that you have?
Just the ability to come back into this season with the expectations, and, you know, we have a bunch of players that have won some individual awards and continuing to learn how to mesh together and make each other stronger as a team. And I think this start of the season has been a great example of the progress we made, because we are learning how to play together even more, and it's not just 1 or 2 guys that are able to have great games. It's everybody that checks into the game has been able to have great games. And part of a question we had too was if we were going to get more production from the other guys, and those guys have been phenomenal so far to start this season. Guys just understanding their roles better, and also just coming in with more confidence, and that's a big deal for us if we want to go and take our team to the next level in comparison to where we were last year.
Yeah, the role of depth, because you never know. Maybe somebody tweaks an ankle, or there's foul trouble on a given night. The depth has to be there even when your starting 5 is as talented as it is.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, just for example, I've already missed a game, and you know, it was kind of one of those moments where I could have been like, oh, what are we going to do? Like, we're missing one of the guys we're used to having. But no, that wasn't the case at all. You know, other guys stepped up, and the team really responded. It was one of our better games of the year, another game where we came out the gate and forced an early timeout. And that's just a testament to how prepared everybody is on the team. And it's not one guy making the team special, it's everybody making the team special.
Before we play 5 questions, we were talking about this guy off the air a little bit. Can we just spend a moment to talk about Jacob Heffley?
Would love to.
The nation's top 3-point shooter. He's 70% from 3. I mean, I can appreciate it as a fan, as a bystander. What is it about Heffley's game that impresses you, a teammate, and a basketball player?
I mean, just first of all, I mean, you can't disregard the shooting ability. I mean, I've never played with somebody who has that much talent, being able to shoot the ball with that quick of a trigger, being able to shoot going left, going right, doesn't matter. I mean, what he does for our team is special. He opens up the floor for everybody on the court. He works his tail off on defense. If you see how we press, Heffley's typically the guy up there kind of hounding everybody, and that's something that we need from our team, is a guy to keep that constant pressure up front. And the way Heffley impacts the games, he's just a complete game changer.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if he hits a three, it just deflates the other team, because you can tell how heavily they scout him out and don't want him to get looks. And when he gets just one of those wide open looks and knocks it down, which you know he's gonna every time he's open, it seems like, it completely changes the momentum of the game.
Yeah, he is a silent assassin.
Yeah.
I mean, does he ever talk? Like, I've never seen him talk much at all, and I realize, you and Voss are very animated, but quiet. He's an assassin.
Yeah, honestly, he has been that guy. We kind of call him a robot because of that. Like, it's like he doesn't show much emotion. But this year, he's actually kind of let it loose a little bit. You'll see him screaming, celebrating a little bit more.
Right.
And I love to see that from him, because he should be confident in himself. He should show that emotion, because he's such a great player for our team.
And having fun.
Yeah.
And having fun. All right, Grayson Goetz, two-time NACC Men's Basketball Player of the Week. Let's go through 5 questions. As always, don't overthink it. The first answer that comes to mind. Number 1, what sound annoys you the most?
Probably the alarm in the morning.
Do you have it set to like a particular sound, or is it just like the default phone setting?
Yeah, I think it's just the default one, but
it's awful.
Never
it's
happy
awful.
noise to hear.
Number 2, what breakfast cereal could you eat at every meal for a week if I forced you to?
Probably Captain Crunch berries. Back when I was living at home, that was the go-to cereal. I could eat a whole box of that in a day if I really wanted to.
All right. Isn't that something with Captain Crunch too? It like rips your mouth up too.
Yeah, it
like
does
it just
a little bit.
shreds the interior of your mouth, but it's so good.
It's
you
so
just
good.
keep
I
eating
keep going. Yep. And I don't use milk, so it makes it even tougher.
It's a painful eat. No, but it's great.
Yeah. Wait,
that's a different cereal. Number 3, where is the one place you'd like to visit one day that you've never visited?
Since it was just Feast Week, this kind of makes it an easier answer. It would probably be Maui or Atlantis during Feast Week, so I could go watch one of those tournaments.
Okay.
Out there. That's kind of like a childhood dream. I've always looked forward to watching those. They're always some of the best basketball in the country, and as a big basketball fan, that would be something that would be special to me.
Go somewhere warm.
Yeah.
Watch a game. Go on the beach. Go back. Watch a game. Go back to the beach. That's a good call.
Sounds pretty incredible.
Number 4. What was your first pet's name?
Penny.
Penny. What was
She was a yellow Labrador dog. Had her for about 13 years before she passed away. She was there from when I was pretty much could remember.
Yeah.
For pretty much my entire life.
Penny the Lab.
Yeah, she was awesome.
Number 5. Who is the funniest person you know?
My brother's up there.
Okay.
For sure. Got a couple comedians on the team. Guys that think they're comedians.
Oh, okay. You want to drop a name or two here? Who are the people that are actually funny? And then tell us, who are the people that think they're funny, but maybe they're not?
Oh, man. I don't know if I want to call
Okay, maybe I don't get you in trouble.
Let's start with Coach Rob. He definitely thinks he's a funny guy. He loves to talk trash. He loves to be that guy in practice, keep us, kind of humble.
Okay.
And he is funny, but he also thinks he's funny, and sometimes that's a bad combo.
All right. And the bonus question. We are casting a movie, The Grayson Goetz Story. What genre is it? What type of movie is it? And then who do you cast in the lead to play yourself?
I would say probably something along the lines of comedy.
Okay, comedy.
That's I like to have fun. I like to laugh. I like to have a good time. And
okay, here we
thinking
go.
of somebody to play me, I don't really know, but first person that kind of comes to mind would be someone like Owen Wilson.
Okay, absolutely.
Try to fit the mold of looking like. I know we don't really look alike, but that's just the first kind of blonde guy that I could think of.
right.
And he's in some good movies I like with Vince Vaughn. I wish Vince Vaughn could play me, but that just wouldn't be a good representation.
Yeah, I don't see him playing basketball in any capacity. All right, good stuff. Grayson Goetz, this week's NACC Men's Basketball Player of the Week. The Warriors 6-0, 2-0 in the conference. How about coming out and watching them play? Because Wednesday night, they've got Concordia Chicago at 7 o'clock. It's a stretch of 7 of 8 on the road. You guys have been road warriors, pun intended. But you get a chance to play a home game before the holidays, and keep it rolling, Grayson.
Absolutely.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Congratulations. And we'll see you Wednesday night. Thanks for watching, everybody.